Pretty dark in here. So have any of you guys ever taken in consideration of what you do in your everyday life is somewhat controlled by thoughts of your past? Now obviously don't be stupid. We need to remember stuff from our past to go forth with actions within the future in a lot of cases. But sometimes a judgment could feel just as sharp and just as deep as knives do. Now this is because traumas that induce pain to other individuals is more than likely, in a lot of cases, going to be avoided by that individual going forth within the future. Which means they're going to remember past traumas and they're going to associate their past pain with their future pain. Which in most cases is not going to heal the pain that was invoked at that moment that is still felt trauma from. Which means a lot of those people are going to walk around life with open sores throughout their whole life, avoiding certain situations, certain areas, environments, whatever it will be, just so that their cuts won't open and heal properly. That pain is just too unbearable for them to react to. A lot of men, not just some in adolescence, middle-aged, older, it could be any man out there, they could be invoked by such fear and past trauma. It is literally controlling and steering their life into a direction that would really not be their choice if they were really given a choice to change. Now what is this, a mystical force that is just not letting these individuals change? Obviously it's ourselves. I mean, woo, here's your big prize. It's obviously. A lot of guys with anxiety problems, ADHD, can feel this full-heartedly, this effect of it all, because they're not acting exactly like everyone else isn't per se. They have a bit more high of an energy going on with them, more anxiety going on, obviously. They're very weary of a lot of stuff, so they just eventually fall in line and just start to avoid certain situations, to avoid judgment because of stuff they really just can't help. But the first thing to overcome with this type of situation is to realize that a reputation is nothing. Everything that will encounter you within life at any second, any moment, future, past, whatever, is gonna instantly have a reputation about you. There's no stopping it. Stupid AC is just going off now. Does that reputation eventually change though? Are you gonna have to cater to that person, cater to their judgments towards you, to try to do the opposites of those judgments, so it can provoke their thinking into thinking something completely different of you? And of course the answer is a big fat no. Do not cater to the representations given to you by anything. If you let it get a hold of you, you truly do, you're just gonna keep chasing. You're just gonna keep chasing and chasing and chasing. Chasing something that just keeps pushing you back and back and back. But let it push you back. Let it push you back as much as you really need it, until you don't need that pushback anymore, until you can break away from that situation completely. Because you can put all the exaggeration you could truly ever want within that pain you think you are feeling. It'll never justify you, man. It won't. It will not produce sympathetical situations composed by you right back to you like that. No, this is a process of healing by your own self. An individual process of healing. And simply, it's the simple act of doing what feels right to you. What actions feel right to you at any present moment within your life, with the absence of the fair judgments that were put onto you for certain activities in the past, whether it be from individuals, forces that have foreseen by you to make it not appealing at that time, completely freezing you, blocking you from engaging within certain activities you so happen wanted to engage to, but some kind of an abruptness came within that moment. Lock you out of your engagement, your experience you wanted to experience at that time. If any of you watching this video right now feel as if you somewhat fall into this trap, I think I have a little experiment that you guys might be interested in trying out. Possibly just for a week, maybe even just for a day. I've personally tried this for a week and I've found great success with it. It really opened a lot of doors to me to enact my self-fulfillment. And so basically, this is the experiment. For a whole week or just a day, if you have any type of thought of weary, something stemming from the past that is holding you back from taking action within your present moment. Immediately push yourself out of those thoughts and flood the gates with present day action. At that very moment, start taking action of what you knew you needed to take action with that day. And I know what you're thinking. Well, duh. Well, what's inside of your head? Fucking air? I mean, just really think about it though. You have your set schedule already. And I know there's certain stuff that a lot of you guys out there just want to get done at this very moment. That you've been prolonging off for a while, that you've never felt like it's just not the right time, or I just don't have enough money for this right now. I'm almost there slightly. I don't know, because I remember something from way back then that happened here that's just, I don't want to go through that again. I didn't like it the first time. It didn't seem that great. I don't know. Fuck, man. I don't know. I don't even know if I want to do anything today. I worked so hard this week. I think I'm just gonna literally stay in my apartment all day and watch YouTube and eat food and yeah, I know. Maybe, well, I was very uncomfortable that time. I mean, come on. I know you guys have had one of those lazy days before, and it can be very detrimental to you, especially if you're caught up in those shitty past feelings from those shitty past traumas. So very simply, if there's so much clutter just pushing you back from achieving your achievements of fulfillment within life, roll those sleeves up and get to work like a man does. But there's a kicker with taking these actions in this experiment. Once any action is provoked, replace any feelings, attachments towards it with a positive feeling, a recognized feeling, recognition towards yourself, a feeling of fulfillment, and a feeling of less worry and weary towards it. Why stem and engage with the past while you're dealing with the present? What's really holding you back from achieving what you really want within life? Because everything that happens in life is presently. And when past traumas seem to stem off of your fears onto your present actions, it holds those actions back from you achieving 100% of what you're capable of doing.
Saint Perigine, patron saint of all forms of cancer. We ask you for your help in asking God to heal my cancer and keep it in remission. Pray for me so that I may live a long and faithful life.